Welcome back to Britain's favourite view. And now we head to Wales. A country that encompasses everything from the peaks of Snowdonia to the bleak plateau of the Brecon Beacons. It's also a country of rugby and song. And to share her favourite view of Wales with us is Welsh singer and rugby mascot Catherine Jenkins.
In 1956, Gower was designated the first area of outstanding natural beauty in Britain. It's a magical 17-mile peninsula lying beyond the outskirts of Swansea, close to the popular seaside resort of Mumbles.
Here we are in the Mumbles. I grew up just across the water in Neath, and this place really has special memories for me because I spent many of my childhood holidays here, putting my pennies in the slot machine and eating ice cream. This place is not only special to me, but special to millions of visitors who come to the Gower Peninsula every year. And the reason it is so special is because I believe it has one of Britain's favourite views. Oh God, I can hardly fit in it anymore. I think I've probably had my photo done quite a few times in this, actually. So why is it called the Mumbles?
Well, reputedly, it's because of the two islands. It comes from the French word mamille, which is actually for breasts.
OK.
And as you can see, there is some sort of similarity. But whether that's true or not, you can make your own choice.
So, John, what do you think is the best view in Gower?
Well, I am prejudiced, but look at this around you now. Isn't this magnificent?
It really is.
There is nowhere in the world, I don't think, that matches this. Go to the south of France or wherever you want. This is as good as you ever get. And it's so unknown. This is the whole thing, you know.
We want to keep it that way, though.
Well, it is, yes.
I'm saying that a lot,
Shush.
but that's what we want.
I'm going to show you the best-kept secret views in Gower. My journey starts just a few minutes' walk from Mumbles to a very special place.
Well, we're here at Caswell Bay, which is my favourite beach in the Gower. As you can see now, there are people here, but on a really hot summer's day, you cannot see a square inch of sand. It gets absolutely packed.
Back then, it was all about sandcastles and rock pools with my sister. But there's more to these shores than meets the eye.
Well, tell you, we'll have a delve in some of these pools, see what we can find.
Oh, I've definitely done this a few times in my net.
Catch that starfish.
I didn't even know you could pick them up.
If you lift them up and look, you can see the legs moving.
Is this one missing
so it's
a
still
leg?
alive. But it'll grow back.
Will it?
There are about 3 or 4 different types of seaweed here. There's one there, at least 3 there. And, of course, we do have the famous lava bread.
Eating lava bread with cockles is a special treat.
There we are, wonderful stuff. See, it's actually green.
Yeah.
And when you look at it when it's cooked, it looks black, but it's actually a green colour.
And now for a traditional Welsh breakfast cooked here on the beach.
And these are cockles that have been taken out of the shell and boiled, and, of course, the wonderful lava bread.
This is honestly my favourite meal. Whenever I come home, my mum will go to Swansea Market and buys me cockles and lava bread.
You want to use that fork? Want to have a go?
So we're eating Welsh seaweed here, off the rocks. Aren't we? But it's good.
Indeed. Fantastic.
I'm happy.
It's not just the stunning beaches. The geology of the Gower Peninsula makes for a huge variety of scenery, ranging from amazing limestone cliffs of the south coast to the bleak and majestic salt marshes in the north, home to the famous wild marsh ponies.
When the tide comes in, they'll sit, you know, with the water almost up to their bellies until the tide goes out again.
One of the highest viewpoints in Gower is Cefn Bryn. At 600 feet, the view is shared with skylarks and a 4,500-year-old tomb called Arthur's Stone.
This is Arthur's Stone, which has quite a lot of romance attached to it. When a man and woman are going to get married, the woman will come here and bring a cake that she's made of barley and honey and put it under the stone. And if the man truly loves her, he will appear just down there and walk up and come and eat the cake.
To discover Gower's best-kept secret, I have to go back almost 30,000 years to find a room with a view from the Stone Age.
So this is quite a massive adventure, really. The site that we're in now, this is Pavlin Valley, and it's probably the most significant historical site on Gower, possibly even the whole of the UK.
How much further we've got to go down here? It's quite,
it's not too
quite rocky.
far.
It's incredible to think that I'm walking in the footsteps of Stone Age man, but it's a bit scary.
I don't think I can go down here. I'm going to strangle you when we get to the top.
But this is the only way to see a prehistoric burial site in a spectacular cave.
Back in 1823, Reverend William Buckland discovered the Red Lady of Pavlin. The body was found in about this spot, laying down flat on the back, and the bones had all been stained red using iron oxide, otherwise known as red ochre, and it turned out to be a man. And also with the body was found a mammoth skull, and the reason it's so amazing is the fact that this is the oldest ceremonial burial in Western Europe, so being 30,000 years old, it predates everything else we've got. And if you went back that far, you could have walked to Devon, so there was no Bristol Channel, no sea, it was just a forested area.
The Stone Age hunters of the Gower would have viewed a woodland plain from this cave. Since then, the sea has swept in and carved a new landscape. Thousands of years later, the Normans knew a good view when they saw one. They even built a fortress on it. Penard Castle stands on a hilltop overlooking the tidal estuary of Three Cliffs Bay.
This absolutely amazing setting for a castle. Apparently it's over 800 years old, and it's just so dramatic.
Well, today, of course, it's a nice romantic ruin, but 800 years ago it was a symbol of oppression. But today it's a place to come and relax and take in the fantastic views from here. You can see why the Normans would have built their castle here.
I just think it's the most breathtaking view. You know, not only have you got all these beautiful sand dunes, you've got the sort of meandering river going out towards the sea. It just amazes me.
And the view gets even better just round the corner.
Come and look at this. This
It's
is
absolutely
one of the most
stunning.
Yeah, it's a world-beating view, isn't it?
It is. It's incredible.
It's a view you can never get tired of. It's not as steep as it looks.
I don't want to fall.
It's not hard to see where Three Cliffs Bay gets its name.
So here we are, right up close now to the limestone. Of course, limestone's a soft rock and it takes a pounding from the waves, and it makes all these wonderful features, cracks. And just over here then is the sea cave. Let's go in there next.
Let's do that.
This is a natural sea cave. The waves have pounded a hole through the limestone to make this amazing passageway to the beach on the other side.
When you look across the sands there, that's where people write all their messages, of course.
What message are we going to write then?
The best view of Britain.
The best, yeah, exactly.
It's no surprise that Three Cliffs Bay is one of the most photographed views in Europe. But Gower has another great view on offer. At the far west coast, nature has carved one of the most dramatic vistas I have ever seen. And also one that's very close to my heart.
Can you believe this view? This is actually Rossilli, and I've spent so many days here, you know, with the family, with the dog. It's so lovely to be back here, and a little bit emotional, really, because my dad was with me the last time I was here, and sadly he's not here with us anymore. This really does hold so many wonderful memories for me. And if you just look over here, we've got Worm's Head, which is a really, really famous landmark within Gower.
Cut off from the Gower Peninsula at high tide, it's not surprising that Dylan Thomas chose to come here to seek out inspiration for his writing. Worm is early English for dragon, and when you look at it, you can see it looks like a sleeping dragon. Can you see his head and snout poking out above the water?
I don't think I've been anywhere in Britain where I've seen a view quite like this. But is this my favourite view?
Rhossili or Three Cliffs Bay? It's a difficult choice. The best view in Gower is hotly debated in Wales. But for me, there's only one winner.
So here we are back at Three Cliffs Bay, where Rhossili is huge and awesome. Three Cliffs is much more intimate and cosy. It kind of gives me the feeling of being hugged. This view has everything. It has the sea, it has the cliffs, it has the beach, it has the marshes. Gower has been recognised as a place of outstanding natural beauty for over half a century, and this is its greatest gem. That's why Three Cliffs Bay is my favourite view, and now you can vote for it to become Britain's favourite view as well.
You can vote for Three Cliffs Bay to be in the final when the lines open at the end of the show.